EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, from the Ocean Course at Kiowa Island, we bring you first-round coverage of the Carolina Open. We've got a full field ready to get rolling on this Thursday as we get a look at the early leaderboard. The leader is Cam Davis. He's got it going early at 7 under par. The first here at Kiowa Island at 396 yards may just be the most docile on the course. A big wide fairway leaving plenty of room for error with the opening tee shot, and that should leave you with a straightforward look at the green. Frank, this tournament here at Kiowa, a special one, no question in its own right. It's so beautiful here, and there's a lot at stake. But for a young golfer, just curious, how do you keep the focus on the here and now, knowing full well that next week is the Masters?
That's the magic question, Rich, and I think that's really the definer of the best in the game and the also-rans. I would put it down to an old cliche, tomorrow never comes. Right? We always live in today. And if you have to resist looking forward, we know a huge event is going to be the following week, but really, as an athlete, you have to get better day by day. So the goal today is to be a better player today than what you were yesterday. Tomorrow, which I know I just said never comes, you've got to do the same thing again.
Certainly had enough power, just didn't have any touch. I think he'll be fairly pleased with that, Frank. What do you think?
I certainly do. It was so good.
Safely in. It's a par here at first, and he'll stay at level par. Frank, looking out onto that marsh, no doubt there are alligators roaming around, so it's a good time to remind our players that this is where they decide how much of that marsh they want to bite off with the tee shot here.
Yeah, I don't really advise biting too much off, Rich. This is almost an S-shaped par 5. I mean, there's a long run-up down that right side, so basically anything in a straight line, a good tee shot, still going to be able to reach.
No fairway here, this one in that rough. And that's where you need to be, back into the fairway on this par 5. Okay, that's acceptable there. A birdie try on the second green, and with that, we welcome four-time winner on the PGA Tour, Nota Begay.
And a dead straight look here, very little break, just has to get it on line.
just going to sneak on by. That finished off for a par here with the second, and he'll stay at even par. Frank, though the third is a short hole and it has a player licking his chops, it can really knock you off balance if you make a mistake here.
Yeah, not often you see a par 4 that you can conceivably make everything from 2 to 6 without getting wet. Even just the decision off the tee, you go for it, the ball can run over the back of the green, you lay up, you hit a little pitch shot, falls off the side, and then you're chipping backwards and forwards. I mean, it's just predicated purely by trying to hit the right tee shot for the right conditions. Well, that drive was enormous. I know it's in the rough, but that is long.
Working from the rough, here's his second at 3. Okay, maybe overplayed that a little bit, but it is on the green. Here we go. This one for birdie. Ooh, good speed there. That'll leave just a couple of feet. So that safely in. It's a par here at the third. And he'll remain right where he is. Now to the fourth, 484 yards at the far east end of the course. Located the fairway off the tee is the key, as you'll need to avoid a couple of deep bunkers right, as well as that waist area left. Do that, and you'll have a good look at the green as you gaze out toward the Atlantic. Solid, a good drive in the fairway. Second shot now, it has to be careful because that breeze can be tricky at his back. You don't want to overclub. Well, that one didn't work out. Didn't look bad in the air. It hit the green, but didn't sit.
Yeah, it was never going to stop.
That's in. It is a good par here at number 4. And he'll stay right where he is. So, Frank, here we are, the first par 3 on the golf course. And what do you make of this 5th hole?
It's really 2 holes, Rich. When the flag is on the left, it's basically one green, and when the flag's on the right, it's effectively another type of a golf shot. This green is actually 40 yards wide and separated with that little faint ridge in the middle.
Okay, that one's dancing. Frank, not only is this the biggest green on the golf course, we are at the easternmost point of the Ocean Course.
Yeah, it's a nice view. Remember when Pete Dye designed this golf course, his wife Alice actually said you can't really see the ocean. So what they did is they raised the whole golf course, all the playing levels, up 6 feet. Now you've got a tremendous view from this corner.
Toward the clubhouse, now we find the par 4 6th hole at 490 yards. Right-handed golfers want to play this right to left to give themselves a good look at this green. But the lone major concern is the bunker short and left. That will do just fine. He'll be factoring in this breeze in his face as he sets for a second. Safely in for par here at the 6th, and he'll remain at 1 under par. Super wide fairway here at the par 5 7th. Definitely reachable in 2. I think you'd be disappointed if you didn't walk off with a 4 here.
That's certainly the plan of most people on this hole, Rich, and I just think of that old adage that I was taught as a kid, and it's great for these holes. It still works. Tee it high, let it fly.
Yeah, that's a good tee shot right there. Got a little extra run out. That's where you want to be. That's what he wanted to do. After the tee shot, puts himself in really good position here on the par 5. Trying to generate some momentum here at the 7th hole. This for birdie. Yes, runs that one right in. It's a birdie here at the 7th. On to the 8th hole now at 198 yards, par 3. Like so many of the greens on this front side, if you don't land it just right, there's a hard slope around the edges, so having the distance dialed in here is a must. That's going to be on the putting surface, and a birdie look straight ahead. This is an 11-foot putt. Yes, getting hot here just before the turn. That's birdies now at 7 and 8. Hole number 9 here at the Ocean Course is a long par 4 at a robust 514 yards. Flat lies difficult to find anywhere from the rolling fairway to the undulating green. A 4, that's a great way to finish out this front side. Yeah, nothing to fault there. Good balance, good follow through, and a good start to this hole. This is where club selection is so important. Second shot into that stiff breeze. Look here at birdie.
And this is when you'd expect to make more often than not. Not too much undulation, maybe just a slight move to the right.
Hang on. That's going to leave about 3 feet. Just a tap in there for par at the 9th. That's going to be a 3 under 33 on this front side. Through 9 holes, good time to take a deep breath and look out at that spectacular panorama, which this tee does allow you to do, Frank, as it sits right atop a sand dune. It's really pretty.
It is, and it's another hole that still goes in that westerly direction. When you look down at this fairway, you have to respect the right side. Right side is a complete and utter no-no. That's where all the big numbers come. So if you're going to air a little on the left side. The hole does open up. Second shot's going to have to be played across the bunker, but this par 4 gets your attention to start the back 9.
From an ideal location, middle of the fairway, this is second.
Well, there's a good strike in there. Just a little left of the hole, but inside 10 feet. That's about 50-50 chance on the PGA Tour of making a birdie.
Yes, rolls it right in. A birdie here at 10. And he'll move to within 3 of the lead at 4 under par. Not much is straightforward here at the Ocean Course. This 11th is proof positive of that. At a stout 593 yards. A handful of happening bunkers right are what to avoid on your tee shot. But even with a drive in the fairway, a couple of devilishly placed pot bunkers up near the hole have been known to give golfers fits. Boy, a good round going here on this Thursday, and that another fine effort off the tee. Has to be thrilled with that second shot here to the par 5. Frank got everything out of that.
Yeah, did well just to advance the ball so far down the fairway. And now a fairly straightforward third shot. Another excellent shot from around the green.
Yes, good start to this backside. Back-to-back birdies here at 10 and 11. And he's going to get to within 2 of the lead as he moves to 5 under par. More fun now from Pete Dye here at the par 4 12th. This is the widest fairway on the golf course, but then it is one of the narrowest approaches.
Yeah, it's also the start of 2 very important par 4s here at Kiwa Ridge, because the drive here and 13 has to be spot on. This one has bunkers, but both second shots will have water in play.
Boy, the rhythm is definitely there today. Another wonderful tee shot. Now note his second from the fairway.
On the number at 150 yards to the front, 159 to the hole. Wind definitely hurting in his face.
And a good iron shot, just not quite as close as what we'd all want to finish, but still.
A long one coming up here for birdie. Got it there, but not quite on target. That one safely in. And it's par here at 12. And he'll stay. at 5 under. The 13th is a tough one, no two ways about it. Par 4 at 497 yards. That lagoon that came into play near the green on 12, well, it's now a canal that borders the entire length of this 13th. The left side, no bargain either, with 4 deep pot bunkers greeting those who play a little too conservatively. Well, you can't walk out and drop it any better than that. That is a fine tee shot right there. Gotta think this an extra half club or more as he sets for a second into the wind.
Just think about it. You've got to cover nearly 2 football fields of distance and get it inside 5 feet. You wouldn't think that's possible.
Just like that, it's a birdie here at 13. And he moves to within a shot of the lead at 6 under now for the tournament. Par 3 14th here at the Ocean Course. Just gorgeous, but it is treacherous. You're exposed to the wind up there on the green, and you might need to hit, I don't know about lumber, but low iron at a minimum, Frank. This is a great hole.
It certainly is. It can play as long as 240 yards, but it's one of those holes, too. If you were aware of the fact that most of the field's going to play it in 3.5 or 4 shots, you would take 3 every single day. Well, I'm going to tell you now, that's exactly what they do on this hole. Don't try and make it 2. Take a 3. You will gain on the field. Listening?
And I think he expected a little more help from that wind. This ball doesn't even get there. He's been good all day around the greens. This is second. Okay, good putt. And a par here at 14. And he'll remain at 6 under par. On to the 15th, a par 4 at 466 yards. Plenty of room in the fairway off the tee, making this definitely a second shot hole. Because trust me, you do not want to miss left and find yourself in a waste area you need a ladder to get in and out of. It all looks so simple when you're going good, doesn't it? And that is yet another solid drive. From the fairway, 98 yards remaining for his second. Frank landed it on the green.
It was never going to stop.
No, no chance. Yeah, good putt. That's in for par here at 15, and he'll remain right where he is. Final par 5 of the day here at the Ocean Course is the 16th. Frank, this was a pivotal hole down the stretch at the 2021 PGA Championship.
It certainly was reachable in the right conditions, but you look at that fairway, even though it's wide, it's split in two sections. The right side is the flat side and the top side. The left side of this fairway, it all runs down to the hill. Got to be a little lucky, but good looking hole. That green sitting up on the top of the hill as well with huge sandy area on the left. So if anything, just respect the right side when you're coming into this par 5 green. But remember, you are playing a great par 5. That's beyond long.
That is a sensational play right there, and you have to think that the little helping breeze gave that a nice boost.
He can't be that good.
Really hit that second shot on the button to this par 5, but Frank couldn't get it to stop.
Yeah, too good, too long, sadly. Just a gorgeous shot. This has been a clinic today.
Chance now for another birdie. Well played there. A birdie here at 16. This is another of Pete Dye's toughest holes, par 3 17. It can get stretched out close to 240 yards in length. It's got a green that's nearly 50 yards in length. It's got water. It's got bunkers. It's got it all. Oh, he flushed that one, and that just got up in the breeze and took off on him. Now a delicate little chip here for his second. But those are the shots that turn what you'd like to be a leisurely stroll out on the golf course into a day of hard work.
Yeah, what could have been a tap-in is now going to be a grind.
Yeah, that's a good putt. It is in for par here at 17. And he'll stay at 7 under. Time to get it to the house. Here we are at the par 4 18. Look, Championship level golf. Frank, you know this, you contended at the majors. You want a hard-earned par on that final hole. This is every bit of it.
And more, that's for sure, too. When you stand on this tee, it's over 500 yards long as par 4. And to remember the rest of the golf course, you are finishing a round on the longest championship golf course in the history of the game.
He just keeps motoring right along. Another good tee shot right there. From the fairway nota, this is second.
Left himself with 149. The pin is in the front right part of the green.
Nothing wrong with that iron shot. It's a good one. Just a little short, little right, but still a very good place to putt from.
Here we go. 7-footer for birdie. Oh, boy, that is going to leave a sour taste here at the end of the round. So a bit of a letdown here at 18, but it is a par, and that will go in the books as an opening round 65. Outstanding. Our featured golfer right there after day one, sitting at a tie atop the leaderboard.
Everything to play for these.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From the Ocean Course at Kiowa Island, it's live second-round coverage of the Carolina Open. But if we see more of what we witnessed yesterday, we're in for a heck of a battle these next 3 days as we show you the current leaderboard here on this Friday. We're looking at a tie at the top at 7 under par. Included among them is our featured golfer, who will be following intently throughout the round. Yeah, that's a beauty there to get this second round underway. So the great tee shot left him here. Now his second from relatively close range. Ten-foot putt left. Just skirts the outside edge. That's a tough break. Okay, that's in for par here at the first. And he'll stay right where he is. A big test awaits here at the par 5 second at 557 yards. Right-handed hitters will need to draw their tee shot into the fairway or tempt fate by taking it up and over a large waste area. Getting on in 2 will require a long carry onto an elevated green surrounded by bunkers. And that, a good-looking shot there, well placed in the fairway.
Now this par 5 green is well protected. That's 2 good shots, but that bunker's there for a reason. Now, with some nifty sand play, we're looking at 4.
Yeah, big explosion. Got it to stop quickly, and that will be a birdie opportunity coming up. Second, and fresh off a 65 in round 1, he'll move to 1 under for his round today.
Frank, why would the architect Pete Dye say this was one of the most unusual holes in the entire course?
Well, it's the shortest for a start, and just that green complex, Rich, the fact that it just falls away rapidly on all 4 sides of this green. That's what the architect wanted, and that's what the architect got. Too strong for this hole, eh? Ran out of fairway and into the rough. Big hit, though.
Shot. I mean, from that lie, could have gone a bunch of different ways, but it went the way you want them all to go, right into the hole. This is a tough hole, the 4th at 484 yards, a par 4, but it's pure Kiowa. In fact, this is the hardest hole on this front side. You have to deal with the marsh off the tee yet again. The real challenge here, the winds. They can be blustery, and you can make this hole a bear. And now, problems there for our leader. That ball into the very thick stuff here off the tee. Damage control, the name of the game now. This is 3rd.
what these greens can do to you. They make you see things that just aren't there. That one slides by. That goes down, but it's a 6 at the par 4. And the lead is going to drop down to a single shot. Here we are now at the first par 3 on the course, 207 yards thick. Massive green will entice you, but be careful. If you're on the wrong part of the putting surface, a 2-putt will be a challenge. All right, you take those all day long. On the green, chance for birdie coming up. Not only a long putt, but a bending putt. Strong right to left in this one. They'll be very pleased just to get this one within a couple of feet. Yeah, that's a good putt. It is a par here at the 5th. And this will stay a 1-shot lead.
Pete Dye always felt that the best way to play this 6th hole, Frank, was right to left off the tee with the wind coming off your left shoulder. You agree with that? Is that the right way to go?
Yeah, I still think you've got to hit it down that left side. One of Pete Dye's sort of genius architectural traits is he forces you to aim what you think is in the right direction. Then when you get down there, you realize it's too far to one side. This looks like you should hit it down the right, but promise me, hit it down the right, you're going to be in the rough.
Yeah, good swing and a good result, as that is safely into the fairway. He'll be factoring in this breeze in his face as he sets for a second. Well, that's how you play the game right there. Knock it on the green and give yourself a good look at birdie. Oh, yes. Plenty of pace to get up that slope. It is in for a birdie. And he's got it to 2 under for the round, 9 under now for the tournament. Kiowa 7th is a par 5 measuring out at 579 yards. If he can take a drive over the edge of that right side bunker area, you'll have a good chance of getting on the green in 2. That one's going to hit hard, get a little bit of run out, and that is going to wind up just fine.
Two solid shots at the par 5 and found the green side bunker. Lie looks good. Now, just needed a good bunker shot.
Okay, a good out, and that's what will remain for birdie. Just 5 feet left. birdies here on this front side. And he's into double figures now at 10 under par.
Second par 3 here on the front side. Frank, would you be happy walking off here with a 3, or are you getting a little greedy here?
Hey, always greedy, but in the end, I'd certainly take a 3 more days than most. When you look at this green, just have another look. You see the angle of it. The green actually angles to the right at about a 30-degree angle. That's actually what tricks most people out when they misread the wind.
I mean, this is a clinic in how to play the game. Just keep everything hole high, give yourself a look for birdie, and that's what he'll have coming up. How about the run here? That is third consecutive birdie, and he'll move to 11 under par. The final hole on this front side is a right-to-left par 4 at 514 yards. A lone pot bunker right off the tee must be avoided, and most players will be left with a mid to long iron into a green with more than its share of humps and hollows. Everything flowing really well right now. Coming off 3 birdies in a row. Here's another solid tee shot as well. This is where club selection is so important. Second shot into that stiff breeze. We turn to Notabegay the third for this look at birdie.
And a very manageable look here. Just the slightest of movements to the left, but mostly level.
Nope. Okay, that's in for his par here at the 9th. That'll mean this is a 32 on the front, 4 under par.
Here we go, making the turn, par 4, 10th hole. And Frank, what's in front of the player right now?
I prefer to see this hole, Rich, as a slight dog leg left to right. Then that way it takes out the temptation to mess around with that right side. Nothing wrong with hitting it a little left of center. The hole will still open up. I know I've got to hit it across the bunker, but there's nothing wrong with that.
And that, I do believe, is into the bunker. Need to be careful not to take much, if any, sand here. His second to this par 4. Well, lesson there, I think, is if you find the bunker, you're just asking for trouble. Short of the green and a lot of work to do to salvage par. All right, that's a board, but a lot of green between ball and hole. nicely judged, though it's 4-5 here at par 3. And that's going to tighten things up a little as the lead is down to 2. We arrive here at the 593-yard par 5 11. Off the tee, it is imperative to miss the sand areas on the right side. On the second shot, best to lay up to the right, taking the waist area on the left side out of play. Do that, and you'll have a good chance at a good score. And some trouble here for our leader. That is into the bunker off the tee. Want to make sure you catch this cleanly as second to the par 5.
This par 5, one of the easiest holes on the golf course too. But the second shot just caught the edge of the bunker. And now, a little bit of trouble.
Well, that one didn't work out. Didn't look bad in the air. It hit the green, but didn't sit.
Yeah, it was never going to stop.
"13 feet away." Oh, nothing routine about that. Well done to roll it in for par. And this will remain a 3-shot lead.
More fun now from Pete Dye here at the par 4 12. This is the widest fairway on the golf course, but then it is one of the narrowest approaches.
Yeah, it's also the start of 2 very important par 4s here at Kiowa Ridge, because the drive here and 13 has to be spot on. This one has bunkers, but both second shots will have water in play.
Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here. Gotta think this an extra half club or more as he sets for his second into the wind.
Lovely pitch shot. Just nipped that ball off the turf. Just flew through the air beautifully. Sat down fairly quick as well. Good shot.
No missteps there. It is a par here at 12. And the lead's going to remain 2. The par 4 13th here at the Ocean Course is beauty, manning strategy off the tee. Challenging the canal running down the right side allows you to possibly shorten the hole, but playing away from the canal brings a cluster of pot bunkers into play left. Boy, the rhythm is definitely there today. Another wonderful tee shot. This would be a big bonus if it went in, more than likely just trying to get this one close. Yeah, that's a pretty good putt. Just a little bit off the mark. Okay, safely in for par here at 13. And he's going to stay 2 clear of the field.
Par 3 14th hole, and this one is a stunner, isn't it?
It looks good, but it's not much fun to play. When you look down there, you might as well be hitting on the top of a pyramid. Now look at the way it falls off, down to that sandy area on the left, a good 10 feet below. If you finish up short, it's going to roll the way back to the tee box that way. Good 10 feet short. If you miss it on the right, well, that's about 10 feet below the level of the putting surface. I'm not even going to talk about the back of the green. Please, please, hit the green.
Yeah, that one came in a little hot. It's safely on, but it'll be a long look coming up. Birdie putt coming up, but you gotta think anything inside of 7 or 8 feet here is pretty darn good. Okay, good putt. And a par here at 14. And he's going to remain at 10 under. The 15th is a par 4 at 466 yards. The landing area is a little more benign than some of the other par 4s on the course, but missing left up near the green is where the score could really start to add up. Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here. Pin in the back left today as he'll stare down this second to the par 4.
Leading is one thing, but hitting iron shots like that lead is going to increase.
Should make this about 80% of the time. It's for birdie. Ah, yes, never in doubt. It's a birdie here at 15. And he's now the leader by 4 here on this Friday.
Final par 5 of the day here at the Ocean Course is the 16th. Frank, this was a pivotal hole down the stretch at the 2021 PGA Championship.
It certainly was reachable in the right conditions, but you look at that fairway, even though it's wide, it's split in 2 sections. The right side is the flat side and the top side. The left side of this fairway, it all runs down to the hill. Got to be a little lucky, but good looking hole. That green sitting up on the top of the hill as well with huge sandy area on the left. So if anything, just respect the right side when you're coming into this par 5 green. But remember, you are playing a great par 5.
Be a little disappointed with that because it lands in the rough and it appears to be fairly thick over there. At half the equation on that shot, the distance. not quite the accuracy. Missed it. Hair to the right.
Yeah, not quite a foul ball. Kept it in the ballpark, and well, let's see how good you can chip.
See if he can get this one to drop here at the 16th for a birdie. Now this round finishing strong. Back-to-back birdies now at 15 and 16. And he has now moved 5 clear of the field here in round 2. You think TPC Sawgrass has Pete Dye's most diabolical par 3 17th? This one is a close second at 223 yards. It is a full carryover water to a green that slopes left to right towards the water. If you try to play it safe and go left, 2 deep bunkers are there to make life difficult. Didn't play the wind very well there, and that's going to wind up too strong and over the green. He's been good all day around the greens. This is second.
Certainly seen some short game skills today, and that's more evidence here. Really keeping this round together as we get closer to the clubhouse.
No problems there. That's a par here at 17. And he'll remain well in control of this tournament.
Frank, as a competitor, what's the importance of getting it to the house in a clean fashion with a good, hard-earned 4 on a hole like this?
It's imperative, Rich. First of all, you have to minimize your mistakes in any sport. And the fact that scoreboard pressure also accounts for something. But this is just a great golf course. We're finally seeing a golf course where you see every club in the bag actually being hit. So get it in, sign that scorecard, and be proud of it.
Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here. So a breeze at his back as he readies his second to the par 4.
It was a good shot coming in there. I know it's a little long, but still inside that 10-foot circle is always good, and even money, really, to make birdie.
Now this for another birdie. Yeah, that's a good putt there. It's a birdie at 18. And this is a second straight super round. This one, a 66. So another look at the leaderboard, and you'll almost do a double take, Frank. Our featured golfer with a commanding lead through 36 holes.
So far, it's just been just a clinic again. I know I use that word a lot, Rich, but it looks like two different players. One at the top, and well, the chasers. Different league.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour are proud to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From the Ocean Course at Kiowa Island Golf Resort, live third-round coverage of the Carolina Open. Rich Lerner here in our tower overlooking the 18th green. Frank Nobilo is by my side. Out on the course, we've got Nota Begay III and Iona Stephen as we check the Saturday leaderboard. Our leader here on Saturday is our featured golfer. He's got a sizable advantage here as he looks to increase it further. And that should be just fine. Good drive there to get the Saturday round underway. The big drive got him here. Now a short one for his second.
That just came out blazing. As soon as it hit the green, it was never going to stop.
Eight-foot putt here. Well done. That is in for a par here at the first. And that's going to keep this large lead right where it is.
Frank, looking out onto that marsh, no doubt there are alligators roaming around. So it's a good time to remind our players that this is where they decide how much of that marsh they want to bite off with the tee shot here.
Yeah, I don't really advise biting too much off, Rich. This is almost an S-shaped par 5. I mean, there's a long run-up down that right side. So basically anything in a straight line, a good tee shot, still going to be able to reach.
Another very nice tee shot. He looks awfully comfortable here with these first couple of drives. It's birdie here at number 2. And that'll put him at 1 under for his round and 14 under for the tournament. Now to the third hole, the par 4 is 390 yards. You're going to drive across the marsh. The fairway is expansive. Really the challenge here is that approach shot. It's a tabletop green. If you miss it, it will be a hard-earned 4, I promise. Beautiful tempo to that swing, and this is going to wind up squarely in the fairway. Good chance to get one in close from here. This, his second. Too bad, Frank. That one rolled right off the green.
It was just coming out so hot. Lovely pitch shot. Just nipped that ball off the turf. Just flew through the air beautifully. Sat down fairly quick as well. Good shot.
So that safely in. It's a par here at the third. He's going to maintain that substantial lead. Well, Frank, this is the hardest hole on the outward nine. What makes it so difficult?
It's dead flat, Rich. There's very little that you can see off the tee, so you have a blind tee shot with a big carry. There's two schools of thought here. Bomb a driver down there, but perhaps have an awkward yardage, or hit the 3-wood and have a full iron in here.
Noticeable breeze coming right to left as he eyes his second. No problems there. A really good approach shot. And now, good looking birdie. Just gonna sneak on by. Okay, that one finished off. It's a par here at 4, and he'll remain at 14 under. Par 3 fifth here is 207 yards. It's one thing to hit the green, but it's another to navigate it. If you're on the wrong side, you might have a difficult time just two-putting. Oh, that is just a dart. Beautiful shot there. Puts that to about 3 feet. A great opportunity here for birdie. Nicely played. It's a birdie at the 5th. And he moves to 15 under. The first of 8 straight holes heading due west is here at the par 4 6th, 490 yards. It's a slight dogleg to the left, but if you can avoid the waist area running down that left side, that makes birdie a good possibility. No issues here. That is into the fairway. Let's bring in Nota Begay III for a look at birdie.
And players of this caliber should make this on a regular basis pretty flat with just a slight movement to the left.
Not that time. Pretty good effort, but it'll wander a couple of feet by. Safely in for par here at the 6th. And he'll stay at 15 under. Super wide fairway here at the par 5, 7th. Definitely reachable in 2. I think you'd be disappointed if you didn't walk off with a 4 here. That's certainly the plan of most people on this hole, Rich. And I just think of that old adage that I was taught as a kid. And it's great for these holes. It still works. Tee it high, let it fly. That works. Oh, that second shot just ran out of fairway, but still, nice little pitch shot and a good chance to make 4 at par 5. A straightforward look here for birdie. Yes, runs that one right in. It's a birdie here at the 7th. It's a 16 under par. They say long is rarely a good miss at the Ocean Course. Never is that more evident than here at the par 3-8. It is another elevated green where anything that skips over the back will leave a semi-blind shot out of a deep waist area. That one safely on the putting surface. Now this for birdie.
And this putt might just try to get away to the right, but not much at all.
Yes, getting hot here just before the turn. That's birdies now at 7 and 8. He moves to 17 under par. Hole number 9 here at the Ocean Course is a long par 4 at a robust 514 yards. Flat lies difficult to find anywhere from the rolling fairway to the undulating green. A 4, that's a great way to finish out this front side. This one turning left a bit off the tee. It all looks so simple when you're going good, doesn't it? And that is yet another solid drive.
To where the hole is cut, just about 190 yards, Frank.
Stuck the follow through right there. This could be really good. Just think about it. You've got to cover nearly 2 football fields of distance.
and get it inside 5 feet. You wouldn't think that's possible.
Easy as can be. It's a tap-in birdie here at the 9th. And that will be a 31 on the front side, 5 under par.
Here we go, making the turn, par 4, 10th hole. And Frank, what's in front of the player right now?
I prefer to see this hole, Rich, as a slight dog leg left to right. Then that way it takes out the temptation to mess around with that right side. Nothing wrong with hitting it a little left of center. The hole will still open up. I know I've got to hit it across the bunker, but there's nothing wrong with that.
This up the right side off the tee. Turning out to be a wonderful Saturday of golf here, and this, another fine tee shot.
Second shot. Good look at the green.
I think I'd be fairly pleased with that, Frank. What do you think?
I certainly do. It was so good.
So that's in for par to start this backside. And he'll remain at 18 under. Not much is straightforward here at the Ocean Course. This 11th is proof positive of that at a stout 593 yards. A handful of half-moon bunkers right are what to avoid on your tee shot. But even with a drive in the fairway, a couple of devilishly placed putt bunkers up near the hole have been known to give golfers fits. He just keeps motoring right along. Another good tee shot right there. That one had to feel good.
Yeah, struck it so well. You could see that by the reaction of that ball when it hit the green. Landed so softly.
That would have been a good one to convert on. Instead, that'll be left for birdie. Chance now for another birdie. You bet, a birdie here at the 11th. He moves to 19 under for the tournament.
Fun now from Pete Dye here at the par 4 12. This is the widest fairway on the golf course, but then it is one of the narrowest approaches.
Yeah, it's also the start of two very important par 4s here at Kiawah Rich, because the drive here and 13 has to be spot on. This one has bunkers, but both second shots will have water in play.
Turning out to be a wonderful Saturday of golf here, and this, another fine tee shot. Perfect spot to play this second, middle of the fairway.
nothing wrong with that approach shot. Just a little shy of where you'd like to finish up, but still, one good putt, maybe a birdie.
Got it there, but not quite on target. That one safely in. It's a par here at 12. And he's going to stay at 19 under par. The 13th is a tough one. No two ways about it. Par 4 at 497 yards. And that lagoon that came into play near the green on 12, well, it's now a canal that borders the entire length of this 13th. The left side, no bargain either, with 4 deep pot bunkers greeting those who play a little too conservatively. Yeah, that's a nice swing, and the result is going to be a tee shot that is set up just fine. Well, that's how you play the game right there. Knock it on the green and give yourself a good look at birdie. Now this for another birdie.
Well, I've really been impressed with how he's handled the speed on the greens, but this one is going to be a tester down the hill.
No, I think he knew it right when it left the putter face. Didn't get that far enough out to the right. Okay, safely in for par here at 13. And he'll remain right where he is. Par 3 14th here at the Ocean Course. Just gorgeous, but it is treacherous. You're exposed to the wind up there on the green, and you might need to hit, I don't know about lumber, but low iron at a minimum, Frank. This is a great hole.
It certainly is. It can play as long as 240 yards, but it's one of those holes too. If you were aware of the fact that most of the field's going to play it in 3.5 or 4 shots, you would take 3 every single day. Well, I'm going to tell you now, that's exactly what they do in this hole. Don't try and make it 2. Take a 3. You will gain on the field. Listening?
Working back up from below the putting surface. This, a second. Okay, good putt. And a par here at 14. And he'll stay right where he is. On to the 15th, a par 4 at 466 yards. Plenty of room in the fairway off the tee, making this definitely a second shot hole. Because trust me, you do not want to miss left and find yourself in a waste area you need a ladder to get in and out of. Be a wonderful Saturday of golf here, and this, another fine tee shot. He needs to be mindful of the breeze here as he sets for a second. Here we go.
It was a good shot coming in here. I know it's a little long, but still inside that 10-foot circle is always good, and even money, really, to make birdie.
Chance now for another birdie. Ah, yes, never in doubt. It's a birdie here at 15. He gets it to 20 under par. The final par 5 of the round comes here at the 16th. You'd be forgiven for turning this into a three-shotter, because whatever you do, you will need to avoid that deep area left of the green. All right, in the fairway. Almost a great shot, just missed it a fraction to the right of this green here at par 5.
Yeah, a bit of chip and a putt, still make 4.
No gimme here. Tricky one for birdie. This round finishing strong. Back-to-back birdies now at 15 and 16. And he moves to 21 under par. Now to one of the most famous holes in recent major championship golf, the 17th, the par 3. Frank, I don't want to plant seeds of doubt, but when I stare at this hole with the water, I'm thinking about disaster and calamity. It's all right there, isn't it?
It's all happened here, Rich. This hole has a memory. The first time we ever saw it on TV was in the 1991 Ryder Cup, and it was the deciding hole. So many of the best players in the world actually found water. For example, even just this finish. Remember Colin Montgomery playing Mark Calcavecchio? Colin Montgomery finished bogey, bogey, double bogey, bogey, and won all 4 holes. But this one, you just try and survive.
Now from the bunker.
Just a little splash out on this par 3.
Hands came through beautifully there. Good thump of the sand and a good chance to save par. No problems there. That's par here at 17. And he'll remain well in control of this tournament. It's always fun, isn't it, to play a hole that oozes history. This 18th has it all. Go back to the 1991 Ryder Cup, and then the wild scene, the finish, the 2021 PGA Championship. Turning out to be a wonderful Saturday of golf here, and this, another fine tee shot. Wind coming from his right as he gets set for his second.
touch long, a touch left. But still, how good can he putt?
Now this for another birdie. That's a good putt there. It's a birdie at 18. That's going to be a third-round score of 63. Very, very good. So a final look at the leaderboard, and this has just been a runaway so far. Our feet. EA Sports and the PGA Tour so proud to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From Kiowa Island, just outside of Charleston, South Carolina, live final round coverage of the Carolina Open. It is the great challenge that all these golfers face, trying to string 4 solid rounds together, trying to best Mother Nature and this course, and trying to beat the entire field as we check the leaderboard. Our leader here on this Sunday is our featured golfer. He's got a sizable advantage here as he looks to increase it further. This one's starting a hair right. And that's a good way to start this final round. It's in the fairway at the first. So from right around 80 yards or so, this is second.
I always looked inside that 15-feet circle. Anything inside that was going to be a good shot. So in my book, that's a good shot.
6 feet now for birdie. Yeah, that's a good putt. It's a birdie here at 1. He's going to move to 23 under par.
Frank, looking out onto that marsh, no doubt there are alligators roaming around. So it's a good time to remind our players that this is where they decide how much of that marsh they want to bite off with the tee shot here.
Yeah, I don't really advise biting too much off, Rich. This is almost an S-shaped par 5. I mean, there's a long run up down that right side. So basically anything in a straight line, a good tee shot, still going to be able to reach.
And this round starting off strong after the birdie at the first. This in the fairway at number 2. Not much to this one. It's for birdie. Oh my, that single fringes the right edge, but doesn't go down. That finished off for a par here with the second. And that's going to keep this large lead right where it is. Up next, the 390-yard par 4 third, where you stand on an island-like tee, driving across the marsh to an extremely wide fairway. You have to be precise on your approach here because of the elevated tabletop green. Miss the putting surface, and par is a challenge. Driving's been sensational all week, and here's another one that's going to set up nicely in the fairway. Well, it's 74 yards here as he's set for his second. Yep, played that nicely. That'll work out just fine. This now 7 feet for his birdie. Okay, nicely done. That's in for birdie here at 3. That's going to move him to 24 under par.
Frank, a great designer like Pete Dye keeps you on your toes. So after the short third, you come to the long par 4 fourth. This is all you want, especially off the tee. You can let it rip.
You're right. It's a big par 4, that blind tee shot. That's one thing. Those bunkers down the right side. But if you don't find the fairway, irrespective of where that wind's coming from, you start having to zigzag your way around a hole that's nearly 500 yards long.
And that will be more than adequate. It's safely into the fairway. That will be a great look at birdie. He has a 12-footer here. Not quite on line, and that'll drift a couple feet by. Okay, that one finished off. It's a par here at 4. He's going to maintain that substantial lead. Here we are now at the first par 3 on the course, 207-yard fifth. Massive green will entice you, but be careful. If you're on the wrong part of the putting surface, a 2-putt will be a challenge. Boy, that was on an aggressive line. Couldn't quite get it to stop, and that will be left for par. Ooh, that's got a little bit more movement than you think, and that'll slide on by.
Okay, that one brushed in for a bogey here at the fifth. Unfortunately, with a big lead already, very little damage done.
Pete, I always felt that the best way to play this sixth hole, Frank, was right to left off the tee with the wind coming off your left shoulder. Do you agree with that? That's the right way to go?
Yeah, I still think you've got to hit it down that left side. One of Pete Dye's sort of genius architectural traits is he forces you to aim what you think is in the right direction, and when you get down there, you realize it's too far to one side. This looks like you should hit it down the right, but promise me, hit it down the right, you're going to be in the rough. As that ball bounces into the rough, first fairway missed today.
Second shot coming up, and we say hello to Iona Stephen.
130 yards to the front portion of the green, 136 all the way to the hole, pin just on. And the ball sitting very nicely in the rough.
And this is looking really good.
Well, no surprise. We've already seen some great iron shots this week, but that is another one.
Okay, well done there. It's a birdie here at the sixth. Will certainly help the cause. The seventh at 579 yards, par 5. Bunker will be on the mind throughout. First, you'll need to avoid one off the tee. Next, you'll need to avoid the long strip that hugs the left side of the fairway on your second. And for good measure, a moat of sand encircles the area left and beyond the green. And no issues there. Good tee shot in the short grass. Certainly had enough power, just didn't have any touch. Five feet now for birdie. Yeah, well done. It's back-to-back birdies here on this front side. He's got it to 25 under par now.
Second par 3 here on the front side. The eighth, Frank, it appears to be relatively simple, but I'm guessing there's a little more to it.
There certainly is. You've got to respect the back of the screen on this par 3. Anything over the back is almost an automatic bogey. And also there's a faint ridge in the screen, a good 12, 13 paces on. Once the ball gets beyond that in the air, it's going to scoot towards the back of the green. So it might look simple. Give it another thought.
Okay, not taking any chances there. A good, safe play in the middle portion of the green. We turn to Notabege III for this look at birdie.
And these are the putts you drill when you're on the putting green before the round. This should have a good chance to go on.
Not that time. Pretty good effort, but it'll wander a couple of feet by. Okay, back in for par here at the eighth. And he'll remain at 25 under. The final hole on this front side is a right-to-left par 4 at 514 yards. A lone putt bunker right off the tee must be avoided, and most players will be left with a mid to long iron into a green with more than its share of humps and hollows. Nothing to fault there, safely in the fairway. A left to right breeze, something to consider here as he eyes this second shot.
It's a solid shot and a green in regulation, but a little away from the band.
An outside look here for birdie.
Never in doubt. What a great putt that is. It's a birdie here at the ninth. And he's going to go out in 32, 4 under par. The 10th hole at 447 yards has, like most of these holes, a few areas to avoid. The first is the steep-faced bunker right of the fairway, with the second being the large wash encircling the left-hand side on this sloped green. Boy, the rhythm is definitely there today. Another wonderful tee shot. Pin cut back left here today as he stares down his second to the par 4. Absolutely can do no wrong. Dialed in, and that is an eagle, and this is a spectacular round of golf.
Par 5 11th and another scoring opportunity here early on the backside, Frank.
This par 5, it looks very easy to hit it down the left side, but in actual fact, you've got to aim a little down the right side, and the reason why is this fairway actually kicks or cambers from right to left. So anything down the middle, chances are it's going to finish in the rough. Find the fairway, then this hole opens up.
Wind pushing this one a little to the right. Well, not this time. That one's in the rough. Might be a tough shot coming up.
That second shot took some force on this par 5 just to get it into the greenside bunker. Now well positioned, especially with a little savvy bunker shot.
All right, not exactly what you're hoping for, but safely on the putting surface with birdie still in play. Chance now for another birdie.
Well, and he's had great conversion on putts like this. Even when he's not close to the hole, he's left himself with very makeable opportunities.
That had a pretty good line. Very close to going in. So that flushed in for par here at 11. And pars are fine at this point with this tournament well in hand. The 12th at 484 yards sometimes feels like two different holes wrapped into one. At the tee, all you're seeing is a nice expansive fairway. But stand over your second And you'll see that lagoon set right up on the edge of this green. So simple when you're going good, doesn't it? And that is yet another solid drive. Breeze at his back shoulder as he lines up his second from the fairway.
Good shot. Safely on the green and a birdie chance.
18 feet from the bottom of the cup.
That might have been a little more break than he was expecting, as that one winds up undercutting the hole. Okay, safely in for his par. And he's going to stay 28 under par. '21 PGA Championship. This par 4 13th hole was a nightmare for a number of players, including Louis Oosthuizen and the eventual champion, Phil Mickelson. What makes it so hard, Frank?
There's nothing comfortable on this hole, Rich. It's actually one of my favorite holes. And one of the reasons why, you see the sort of sandy bunkery area there on that left side, all perfectly in play for a tee shot. So now the decision is, do I hit it short of them? If I do, I have a longer second shot. Do I challenge them? Well, if I don't find the fairway, now I'm in bigger problems. And that's just the tee shot. The second shot, that water laps almost right up to that right edge of the green. I think it's a great par 4.
Second shot. Good look at the green.
Yeah, it finished on the green. Less said the better.
Now this for another birdie. Yeah, not quite a gimme, but that's pretty good. Okay, that one finished off for a par. And he'll remain right where he is. The par 3 14th, one of the most beautiful holes on the Ocean Course, but also one of the most treacherous at 238 yards. Miss the green here, and you could easily be staring at bogey or worse. And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either. Sitting up in the short grass. A chance maybe to just throw something up high for his second.
Lovely pitch shot. Just nipped that ball off the turf. Just flew through the air beautifully. Sat down fairly quick as well. Good shot.
No issues there. It is a par here at 14. And he'll stay right where he is. The 15th is a par 4 at 466 yards. The landing area is a little more benign than some of the other par 4s on the course, but missing left up near the green is where the score could really start to add up. No problems there. That's going to wind up safely in the fairway. Noticeable breeze coming right to left as he eyes his second.
And that's a good approach shot, too. Just a little left of the hole, but a good chance for birdie.
Chance now for another birdie. Nope. Okay, a solid par here at the 15th. And he'll remain right where he is. Final par 5 of the day here at the Ocean Course is the 16th. Frank, this was a pivotal hole down the stretch of the 2021 PGA Championship.
It certainly was reachable in the right conditions, but you look at that fairway, even though it's wide, it's split in two sections. The right side is the flat side and the top side. The left side of this fairway, it all runs down to the hill. Got to be a little lucky, but good looking hole. That green sitting up on the top of the hill as well, with huge sandy area on the left. So if anything, just respect the right side when you're coming into this par 5 green. But remember, you are playing a great par 5.
Safely back into the fairway. That was the job at hand, and it's a good end result. That's a high-quality shot right there. See if you can get this one to drop here at the 16th for a birdie. That a pure roll there. That is down for a birdie here at 16. And stop the press as if you've heard this before. He's well on his way to yet another victory on the year. This is another of Pete Dye's toughest holes, par 317. It can get stretched out close to 240 yards in length. It's got a green that's nearly 50 yards in length. It's got water. It's got bunkers. It's got it all. Try to fly it all the way back there, but that'll be too much as it trebles over the back of the green. He's been good all day around the greens. This is second. That one finished off. It's in for par. And he'll stay at 29 under. Frank,
as a competitor, what's the importance of getting it to the house in a clean fashion with a good, hard-earned four on a hole like this?
It's imperative, Rich. First of all, you have to minimize your mistakes in any sport. And the fact that scoreboard pressure also accounts for something, but this is just a great golf course. We're finally seeing a golf course where you see every club in the bag actually being hit. So get it in, sign that scorecard, and be proud of it.
Wind coming from his right as he gets set for his second.
Not sure what happened there. Wrong club selection, poor execution.
Regardless, a lot of meat still on that bone. Okay, well, that is on the green, but apparently just too difficult to get enough loft on it out of the bunker, and that winds up well beyond the hole. One there, a long one for his par here at 18. And that means this will be a final round, 65.
Just a marvelous performance, Frank. Look, I know you love EA Sports. You play all the games. You might win Madden football by double digits, right? It is football. But in golf, double-digit victories? That's rare. That doesn't happen a whole lot.
You're right.